Aşkın kabahati yok, sevmeseydim keşke. Bir de seviyorum dedi, sana yanıyorum dedi, inan ölüyorum dedi, vah vah vah. İş verip tüydü, ortada koydu, aşkıma kıydı, vah vah vah. Bir de seviyorum dedi, sana yanıyorum dedi, inan ölüyorum dedi, vah vah vah. İş verip tüydü, ortada koydu, aşkıma kıydı, vah vah vah. Bir de seviyorum dedi, sana yanıyorum dedi, inan ölüyorum dedi, vah vah vah. İş verip tüydü, ortada koydu, aşkıma kıydı, vah vah vah. Bir de seviyorum dedi, sana yanıyorum dedi, inan ölüyorum dedi, vah vah vah. İş verip tüydü, ortada koydu. Bir de sev akıl yok ki başta. Akıl yok ki başta, ne işin var aşkta? Aşkın kabahati yok, sevmeseydim keşke.
Alright, good morning and hello everyone. Welcome back to the 6th Digital World Cup once again with yours truly and Jorin as well. Good morning and hello.
good morning for you, but good afternoon for me. I'm not supposed to be here, but surprisingly, I am here because 6WC is 6WC. What luck. Anyways,
More important than work, trust.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is my job. Don't worry about it. But hey, so the protectors are actually coming in. India protected him too, and number 1 protect from Turkey.
You know, seeing that Turkey got third on Nomad 1 in quals, this is like not surprising at all. That was like their one standout map and the reason they qualified as high as they did. So not surprised. India is a good hidden 2 team. You've got Bounce, you've got Turf. I think who else on that team can play hidden 2? I think just from memory, like Pilot and Noxilium, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well too. Pilot being a streamer as well too, so they should be able to play everything, right? They just watch it so much. But for the side of Turkey though, we do have Vululu, Retro, and a lot of other players too. Even though they might be the lowest seed, like it's gonna be questionable how they play off, because if they are gonna be good at consistency, even though the map was really weird, they can still be fine on HR, because HR2 might be fine. We might be seeing a FEMA 2, FEMA 3, but who are we to say, because we have stats?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen these teams play much in the group stage so far. I think this is their first match actually, if I quickly take a look-see.
Yes, this is their first match actually, because Turkey and South Africa was actually supposed to happen earlier, but they rescheduled at the last second.
It happens to the best of us, but yeah. So now we see this match. Personally thinking that India has a slight edge based on seeding, and India is generally just a very consistent team when it comes to 6WC, as we saw in the previous years. But Turkey, it is their first time qualifying, if I'm not wrong, and it's their first time even having a team in a pretty long while for 6WC. They had a really good team for 6EC where they got number 1 in minor league, but that is a minor league, and it is without playing against India. We are getting into the bans now, which we see India banning out DT2.
And now we're going to be waiting for the next 2 bans going in from Turkey. But like you said, from 6EC going in for minor league, like they're not playing in minor league this time. They're actually in the big leagues because they are able to sneak on through, because it's not just like European A team, B team, or C teams, because this is their A team basically. But if you want to look at the stats though, like the position bar very to the favor of India, but they're protecting the winning pick, even though it should be fine for them. Turkey banning off HR2 does make more sense because of that stat line, but FEMA 2 might be the other ban as well too, but no more 5 actually getting banned out.
You know, seeing Hidden 2 get protected by the other team and how similar these 2 maps are, I can see it. This makes sense. I do think that a FreeMod 2 might have been the better ban because it's more reading focused. There's an argument for Hard Rock 1 if you just want to get rid of that. Maybe FreeMod 3 if you don't want to play finger control, but this makes sense as well. And for India, I think, honestly, just DT3, no mod 2, maybe FreeMod 1, getting rid of more tapping picks because it is their weakest skill set. All things considered. Probably DT3, but we'll have to see which map they opt for.
Well, honestly, if you want to look at the bars again, like the stamina and speed, like the speed seems like they have a little bit more edge over Turkey, but the stamina is actually kind of low. So seeing a Nomad 2 ban might actually be fine. Like if Nomad 2 doesn't get banned out, it's just not going to be touchable at all because of literally that reason. But like you said with DT3, even though that's going to be a little bit of finger control, like it is RNG enough and low SR enough that it should be fine for everyone actually. But DT1 being more of a consistent aim is another 50-50 call with Turkey actually having better aim aspects there. But again, it's on India and they're taking a sweet time for this too, for no reason at all.
And I assume they're just considering their options, trying to see what's best for them.
It's DT3.
There goes FreeMod 2.
Okay, FreeMod 2. Oh, huh?
Can we double ban? And they ban FreeMod 2. I think they wanted to go DT1.
Oh, DT1. Oh, okay.
I assume FreeMod 2 was just sent in as an in case, and we're gonna allow DT1, which, god damn it, we don't get Rockefeller Street, but oh well.
Well, we don't get it here, but we did get it before on a C stream. So,
why is it on the C stream?
Like we saw it on a C stream and we got it banned on a B stream. Like, Why was it on a stream? Because during the time of 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago, we got to see Valko Battle Sheet with me and Jay, and
Oh my god.
it was really short. And Jay just full on calmed it in the back, and then there was literally only like 3 picks in that, like all of them like 1 miss, 3 miss. Yeah, that happened. That happened.
We will get Rockefeller Street on mainstream at some point, surely.
Hey.
It's the content pick of the pool. Come on.
Like, we have another week, so most likely it's gonna
True.
happen. But again, because it's an aim pick, everyone is gonna try to like have it as a last resort, just because of that.
Yeah.
So it is better just to leave it out of the way or ban it just because of DT1 being just an aim map that everyone knows about. Like, that's the thing with No 1 why no one really picked it. Just because it's a map that everyone knows is consistency, that you know it's FC or bust. Even though this whole pool is FC or bust anyways, they do not want to be in fault of that and just screw everything else for like hidden 1, HR1 or HR2 technically, because it is aim aspect as well too. Or FEMOD even. They don't want to lose that potential.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for these teams, to be fair, this SR is kind of like not super low SR. We're not looking at a Taiwan, Poland, or Netherlands, Vietnam situation, right? So I feel like this might not be just a miss or bust, hopefully. If it is, that'll be really cool to see, especially with these weaker teams like India and Turkey. We see Harshark 1 getting basically insta-picked by India as well the moment they can.
Yeah.
Going straight into a high BPM aim after banning DT1 and DT2.
Like, this is interesting that it is getting picked immediately, but it does make sense because it is a little bit more finger controlling than ever. But at the same time too, for the HR scoring, we do see that Turkey is not that good on HR. 40th and 47 in quals.
I guess it's just HR comfortability that they're relying on with this, especially seeing that Hard Rock 2 was banned out, which is arguably easier of the 2 maps. You can make an argument for either or due to how simplistic the map is, but either way, this is the pick we're left with. We will see how they do on this. I do expect India to be very slightly favored because of their Hard Rock roster, specifically just Bounce and Churf being their hyper carries on basically anything you put them on. And then obviously you have ABC Gamer as well, who's pretty good. So we'll see how they do. This is also low SR. So again, we could just see Turkey come out of nowhere with winning this. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But we do have Nerd with Lei and Yagi and Mert coming in as well too on the side of Turkey. And going from their roster as well, these are actually different from the one team, from the players who actually played on HR1 and quals. It was Nurter and Lei who played, but also Yagi who kind of bomb scored, but there's one player that's gone. And that's Cheas. Cheas got changed for Mert.
I guess just not playing in the match. It is kind of late in Turkey. To be fair, it's late in both those countries. So it could just be Schnoozen, which fair enough.
But hey, we'll see in time. Maybe it is just because this is going to be a little bit more finger controlling as well too. So it might just not be comfortable for them to play rather than generic aim. Well, technically as well too, HL1 was tech. Well, light tech. So it is a whole completely different skill set.
We'll see if the switch pays off or not as we get into the first map now. Hard Rock 1 starting off the India versus Turkey match. Bancho, there we go, thank you. As we get straight into it. A map that's technically favored towards India, but Turkey has decent chances on due to how comfortable they are, generally speaking, on a lot of aim patterns. We do see Yaki on the side of Turkey struggling a lot with the beginning already, giving India a bit of a head start. But still very early on, anything can change.
And also, the one thing to know about this group, as a reminder, this is going to be in the Group E, so it is going to be the contenders bracket. Whoever does lose this group is going to be eliminated in the bottom 2. So these are basically a sudden death, as they is going to be the first break.
Basically just fighting for their lives is what we want to say. We do see Xlu trading with Bounce. Which is a trade that's going to slightly favor, I was gonna say India, but ABC Gamer finding a break is gonna give Turkey a bit of a lead. Let's Be Cool also finds a break now. Just Sheriff on the side of India holding combo against Mert and Nitrur as Turkey starts to take this point back. Sheriff finds a break, and it's a double FC on the side of Turkey against nothing on India's side.
The nothing is actually going to be kind of huge as well, because if you look at Turkey's advocacy, we're going to be seeing a 95-93% on the FCs, and Yagi is just gaming. 77% with basically a choke at the start. Their HR offset is kind of really big because they have like +5 offset issues, but for right now, in general though, for Turkey, their consistency on HR just looks really well. With ABC Gaming making on the 93% as well too, and Let's Be Cool making on 89%, that is still going to be huge for the side of Turkey.
It's now just Bounce with a little bit of support from Sheriff, who's trying their best to bring this over, but Mert and Nitcher still holding on. We saw Yagi find a break. Not the biggest deal in the world. They were trying to combo game, but unfortunately the accuracy was dragging them down. But even then, the score they're bringing to the table is enough. And Turkey is now almost 600k in the lead with around 10 seconds of the map left. And Turkey, right off the bat, is going to be break pointing against India, taking the first point. Damn. With a very handy 700k.
So that Mert swap actually was really good in the end, even though they didn't play it in quals, again because of the different skill set issue. So with this being actually no mod 1 type of skill set being aim, Mert actually did pop off, and that was really good with Nurter and Lei actually coming in as support. Well, Lei as the more support because Nurter actually did get the FC as well too.
Yes, starting off the map with a double FC. Why was Yagi on 0 background then? Oh my god.
Why did Mert say, don't worry, happens to me in quals too? That's wild.
You know what? That explains the accuracy, I think. The fact they held 500 combo with that, understandable. very insane, actually.
It would be more funny if their skin has like yellow, like hit circles. That would be really more annoying.
The CSGO skin with 0 background in, imagine, on this map.
Oh, that might be the reason the White has 0 then because of the CS background. That makes more sense now. But hey, now that that's over, with HO1 being out of the bag and being the aim consistency pick confirmed for Turkey, BMod 1, even though it's a little bit speedy, but it's kind of like HO1, it seems fine for them. But again, their Protect No Mod 1 solidified that they can play it off, and they are scared, but they're going with Hidden 1 instead.
Interesting choice, because this Hidden 1, it's not aim, and as we see based on qualifiers, Turkey lost every tech pick in qualifiers. They were not super strong on these kinds of maps. Granted, they were a little stronger on Hidden, not by much, but very interesting pick actually. I was not expecting Hidden 1. I was expecting something along the lines of like No Mod 1, DT3, 3 Mod 1, these kinds of maps that rely on heavy mechanics that India's just not equipped for, but I guess we'll have to see what Hidden 1 brings to the table. It is very tapping heavy, to be fair. It's not the worst pick in the world, but it's definitely a pick I'm a little surprised by.
Again, if you're going back to the lowest or mindset, it does actually make sense why they want to go here, because for No Mod 4, even though that they lost on that mechanically against India, again, that map was pretty hard. So, because they had more like aim aspects and more overlaps there, but on Hidden, like this is more just on your pure mechanical tapping on Hidden. There's some tech sections, but it's not that bad. It just be focused on the overlaps. Other than that, you can survive that. So for Turkey, I think this might be a solid pick if they're going off the confidence of it, but it just depends on how good they want to play it off. Because for India, they can always be good at anything. We just needed them to warm up, and that one map for HL1 might have been it.
Yeah, and this map alone will probably decide where both teams go in the future, because I assume that if India wins this, they probably want to go into things like No Mod 4 just right after this, just to get a second point, because the two maps are pretty similar. They play differently enough, but still. And then maybe Turkey's gonna go into a lot more of the normal mechanic stuff rather than this, so we'll see. I do believe we'll be getting into this very shortly. As
Yep.
I do see the good luck have funds coming out.
They're not ready yet.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. They're most likely gonna be starting time a little bit because again, who knows? For Vulu, Vulu does swap in, but Nurther, they did FC last map, so they might be a little bit shaky. So it's kind of a they need a little bit of time. But Turkey actually having a full watch spot with Ben coming in and Lipo coming in too.
Yeah, we see Vulu and Lipo coming in. Bean Ahmed as well coming in for the first time. Nitra, the only remaining player from the Hard Rock one, while on the Indian side, we see Noxilium switching in as we get into the Hidden One, the very mechanically heavy tech map. Decently simple in its structure, but AR9 Hidden plus tech is still slightly challenging, even at this SR. As we get straight into the first Ki, we're gonna be seeing Lipo finding the first break on the map, giving India a little bit of a head start in the combo. But there's a lot more ahead of us where that came from.
Yep, indeed. As you're gonna be seeing as well too, Let's Be Cool being swapped in on the side. India Lipo does break again though. It's not gonna help as well for Turkey, but now there's gonna be all SS's gone from the lobby at least. Bounce is gonna be breaking again because they literally flew out 1-0 in the first, and for everything else, it is just gonna be a 2v3.
Yeah, we're seeing the 3 FCs on both sides. Nitrur finding a break on the side of Turkey, giving India a combo advantage, a full combo just on the side of India. Now Let's Be Cool finding a break. Nitrur was a banjo break. Hold on. Vulu does find the real break now, but this is a lot closer than we thought it'd be. Noxilium Sheriff against Nitrur and Bean, as they're holding on. Accuracy is on the side of Turkey, but the supporting source, the supporting cast is on the side of India. As Bean finds the break, that's one of the FCs gone, and now India is just going to run away with this.
Yeah, even though Let's Be Cool does miss on the aim on the bottom right, for everything else for right now, what we're seeing right now is everyone just losing on burst. And that might have been huge earlier on, but because of the base that we saw from Turkey earlier with Noxilium and Trip holding on to the double FC now, basically treading off from what Turkey did on their own map on HR1, it seems like it's a fair game to say that this is just a good trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the end of the map now. Nitcher gonna be finding another FC. Noxilium breaks it right at the end, unfortunately. Not able to replicate the double FC on the opponent's first pick. But it's still a point to India, as Noxilium and Sheriff both find what is basically a double FC, with Nitcher insane score as well. But that is a point towards India. Break points on the first pick, so this is already off to a great start for both teams.
The one thing to know as well too in the accuracy is we saw Nurther with 98%, Chirp with 97%, and Noxilium with 96%, and Vulu holding on to 96% as well too. And Ben being the only one with 95%, being the last S rank. Everyone else only held on to 1 miss or 3 misses, if anything. Now we're back.
Yeah, just an unfortunate slider break from Bean, but it is what it is. That is a point for India that Turkey unfortunately just gave away. And I feel like No Mod 4 is kind of the logical follow-up, no?
100% it should.
Yeah.
But, okay, there it is.
Yeah, not surprised in the slightest. The maps are very similar, both are very mechanically heavy tech. No Mod 4 does have a lot more sliders, but as we saw in qualifiers, that's not exactly Turkey's strong suit, and they did ban Hard Rock 2, which is the slider aim map of this pool, so I'm not surprised.
Nurture is crashing out, basically. So, yep, Nurture is purely just crashing out now because of Nova for being going tech into tech. This is going to be a little bit sad, but hey, what can you do? It's just a solid pick for Turkey, unless they'll eat our words right now. We'll see in like 5 minutes, as they were going into now.
I mean, I guess we'll see if Turkey can pull off another breakpoint. I hope they can, but the hopes are not that high.
It's 50-50, but again, seed-wise too, it should be pretty close because it is still going to be for India and Turkey. Like, in the quals, they're always 10 seeds off. So it could be one way or the other way, but it just depends on who actually pops up and who doesn't slide away. As Nurture crashes out on a slider, that most likely will happen nearby in this section right here. Because this is going to be the main KI where it actually is sliders, which feels dense, but it's actually kind of okay. But it does get a little bit trippy.
We'll just have to wait and see. We do see Cheese coming in on the side of Turkey, Yagi returning as well. And on the Indian side, it looks like we're going to be seeing the same roster as we just saw on the Hidden One. No need to change what's not broken. The Hidden One was not a massive difference, to be fair. That was like 250-ish K.
Yeah.
Which is not a massive difference. That's definitely something that Turkey could come back from. So we'll see if they can do it here.
Yeah. But the one thing to know as well too for the Snowmod 4, let's be cool, even though they were in for the Hidden One and they weren't in that for quals, this is the same result for Let's Be Cool again. They were not here for Nomad 4 in quals, but they're here because most likely they might just be a low SR demon. So it would make sense if they are going to be staying in, but we will see because Chase does change in as well, like you said. And they had some pretty high scores in quals.
We do see a break coming in from Let's Be Cool that is going to give Turkey a little bit of a combo advantage to start us off. Not the biggest deal in the world. You've got 2 minutes in the entire map, around a minute and a half from now as Let's Be Cool does recover their combo. We are going through these mechanical patterns. No other breaks so far in Turkey. It's just very slowly going to the lead, but Cheese finds a break, and now it's going to go back to India.
I feel that might be Banjo, but okay, it's been too long. It was not Banjo. Chase just literally forgot about the note. So that is going to be unfortunate because of the full-way FC coming in from India, about 3.5. And now it's going to be 2.5 from Yagi. Break right there.
We get to the slider section. Nitro and Bean both holding onto those FCs through all of these sliders, dropping a bit of accuracy, but those combos keep going. Bean finding a break now as a Noxilium, Bounce, and Chirp are just holding onto that triple FC. Let's Be Cool finds a break, but it does not matter as these three just hold on for dear life. And as we get into this break, it's 300k and 2 FCs to none, 3 FCs to 1, and it's just, India is just on a slaughter at the moment.
Yeah, just that first map, them losing, it just leaving them to go on a rampage from there, going into the Snowmod 4 with 97%, 96%, and 95% ending it off basically. And there shouldn't be any rate or anything to worry about other than just a slight break at the end, if anything, from Noxilium. And if that does happen, hey, still doesn't matter because you got the score by 500k. Or 700k actually now, Jesus. And because of that, we are going to be seeing another 6-way S rank. 2 of them being B ranked, but again, they were basically getting 4th man. And because of that, basically, hey, now India is in the lead once again.
2-1. Turkey down now because of the Nomad 4, but it's fine. They've both traded breakpoints now. Now just Turkey has to take their own point on something that's not their protect, which I assume, seeing that the tapping, that the tech didn't work out for them in the Hidden One, I assume it's probably gonna be something named. Maybe.
It would be a little bit too early to say Nomad 1, but because of these players not being really used to the protect system, it would make sense if they want to go for it now. And funny enough, it would be the first time that no one actually did get played in a while. I think it got played in B stream or C stream as well, or like in the B stream or the A stream when I wasn't streaming it, but I never saw Nomad 1 yet. That's the only map that I didn't see yet that played out.
I have seen Nomad 1 once. Exactly once. I don't think it's been picked otherwise.
Oh my god.
And we're not gonna see it now either. We see Nomad 2 instead.
Again, if we want to go on the graph line, it does seem like it is equal that they want to gamble it off. For Nomad 2 though, if you want to look at the calls, again, they're 10 off. It's going to be literally FC or bust. I think that's what they're trying to go for.
Yeah, it seems like that's gonna be the main thing we're looking at. It's just gonna be the low SR, if they're gonna be able to pull through with the FCs or not. That's, I think, is going to be the big thing in this one, especially the carries on both sides. I mean, for Nomad 2 specifically, you've got Sheriff and Bounce on the side of India, and on the side of Turkey you have Nitro and I think Cheese, if he plays.
Cheese is going to be seeming like they are going to be playing. Again, it was kind of weird that we did see it in the first half, but again, they might have been choosing.
Might have
And now-
just not been comfortable, to be fair.
Maybe
Might have
that
just
too.
been that, yeah.
Maybe that too, but now that they are going to be comfortable, it's going to be really nice to see them coming in. As we're going to be seeing on the side of India, that is going to be Chirp, Noxzillion, and Bounce still staying in from the last 3 maps, basically perma-lobbying. And Pilot's actually coming in this time now.
Oh my god, Pilot makes an appearance, my goated referee.
The actual, and also, I think streamer somewhat, but the actually W referee, like for real.
W referee and he's gone. And
God
he's no
damn
longer
it.
there. GG's.
God damn it, okay.
We were so excited.
We were so excited, but remember, staff doesn't play. They barely play, so it kind of doesn't
True,
make sense.
staff members don't play the game. You
Yeah.
gotta be kidding.
Yeah, so like what, why, oh my god, is Pilot actually playing for
Oh my
the
god, he's
game?
back.
Oh my god.
Pilot is playing the game, what the hell? First time in history.
Oh my god, are we actually gonna be cooking? We actually might be cooking, oh my god.
Yeah, look, staff members are one of two things. Either they never play the game or they're goated as hell.
True.
Let's see which one Pilot falls under.
True, remember Big Silver? Yeah, they're like they're actually a high rank 5
Yeah.
digit, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, it sort actually has just 1v1 to me and 1. Like, just straight up.
what the hell? Like, it
He's
is,
good at the game.
it's really just the 1 or 2 spectrums of being a staff member, good at the game or just good at streaming, or good at your job. So, yeah. There's only like some outliers who's in the middle field, and the only one is Aru. That's the only one that's
Yeah.
that's the middle ground. And Jackie, I guess. But
And
anyways,
Jackie, yeah.
yeah. Funny that they're both Canadians. But anyways, we're going to Nomad 2 very, very soon.
I think we are, hopefully. We don't see Bounce coming in for India, which is interesting. They were one of the players that did really good in qualifiers. I assume maybe they're just not comfortable with this map being a lot more stamina heavy than more so consistency heavy than qualifiers. Very slightly different, but could be that.
Mm-hmm. It could be that, or it could be at the same time too that for ABC, like, they might just be low enough to actually play it, because they did play actually DT2 in quals, and they did get 500k, so I think it is just, there might be just be the better stamina player right now, and Trev is going to be the one picking on a slider.
It's the first 5 seconds. It's not gonna matter unless everyone else sees, right?
Yeah.
Surely that wouldn't happen. That would never happen that the entire lobby of Cs, right?
Yeah, that surely didn't happen like 5 times already, but
Yeah,
so we're
surely
going
not.
but remember, sliders are always the hardest part of Osu. The circles are just an outlier, but we are going to be seeing everyone hit the first half at least.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
seeing everyone holding. Cheese finds a break on the side of Turkey, putting the score back a little over to the side of India.
It does seem pretty nice, but like Noxzillion is going to be picking as well too, but they have a 95%, so that's going to be them out of the picture. We're also going to be seeing a 3v2 right now.
I mean, the Turkish team is just on such a good run here. We are seeing Chirp has come back and has good enough accuracy to be back on the top. But it's just very close. 3 FC to 3, Noxzillion and Cheese. Cheese just slightly better, making the difference at the moment, but it's not gonna be enough to be secure as we're halfway through the map. Pilot dropping a lot of accuracy, and it's looking like Turkey is in the driver's seat for this one.
And the reason why I said no earlier is because during that whole time, until that halfway point, Mert was holding onto an SS. So that scoring line of 150k was literally just because of Mert's accuracy with the help of Nurture and Yagi holding on to 96% together. But right now, with the scoreline slowly coming back, was because of ABC and Pilot and the reverse stroke of Chirp right now holding on to the 98% accuracy, battling against Mert as best as they can.
That miss from Noxzillion, though, that is a massive miss. It's not an FC gone. He missed before, but you look at Cheese, the counterpart on Turkey who missed, and they're holding on 97%, 700 combo. And that scoreline is just growing, and there's nothing India can do about it. 3 FCs, but it amounts to nothing as Turkey just runs away with their own triple FC. Especially Mert's triple FC, who's currently just on 99.7, and Turkey's just destroying here. This is the slaughterhouse that Turkey's brought India to.
And that's 3 100s? I think.
Give or
for
take,
Mert?
yeah?
Yeah, that is 3
Yep,
100s.
300.
Jesus, okay. I think that's number 1 right now.
It probably, I think it might actually be the best number 2 individual score, yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a chance it is, see?
Anyways, so 6FC's in the lobby once again, or 6S's actually in the lobby once again. How many times have we saw that before? 4 times now? Or 3
Yeah, we've
times
seen
now?
that a couple times, yeah.
No, 3 times in this match itself.
On this match, yeah.
3 times now. 3 players has S ranked, and it's always down to the 4th man.
Yeah, I mean, it was very close in Hidden 1, where I think it was like 1 miss from Let's Be Cool, and it would have been 3 S's. Nomad 4 was 3 S's, and it was the 4th man difference. And here, just once again, it's just the difference between Sheez and Noxilium.
Again,
That was the only difference in this, and the accuracy from Merrick did account to around 80k as well, to be fair. I do have to give credit there.
But again, it's always the 4th man. So if it's going to be staying as the 4th man, it's going to be scary what happens as we're going to be going into the second half of the match, and the Protect already going in from India. And because it's a Protect, and it's reading, and Turkey's not that actually good reading, getting 38. Oh, actually, 38 and 28. Yeah.
It's like not that close seating wise, but if you look at the actual score, it's like 230k apart. That's not a huge margin. Like Hidden 2 and Quals was very contested around that range.
Yeah. Like,
So I guess we'll see.
like Hidden 2 as well too, it was just more of a consistency type of map as well too. Or for some people it might be mechanics, but it just literally would be like a Hidden 1 or a Nomad 1 because it's 200 BPM. Just with 200 BPM. But because it's almost the same thing as well from Quals being a more consistency map, we'll see who will survive on this. And also, for the Twitch VOD, most likely none of them are hearing it right now because it's copyrighted. So when it gets uploaded to YouTube, hi.
Hi, YouTube viewers, yeah.
Yeah. So as we're going to be going into the map very soon, that is going to be a trade actually coming in from Turkey with Lulu coming in, and also Pilot staying in for Hidden 2.
Pilot is playing more than one map? Oh my god, I never thought I'd see today.
Yeah, very staff location, but also at the same time too, hey, look, Bounce is going to be staying in the lobby, and with Noxilium actually coming in the lobby too. Chirf not being the... Is Chirf and Bounce the perma lobby, or is only Chirf now?
It's just Chirf. Bounce switched out for Noma too.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I mean, Chirf, but perma lobby, I'm not even a little surprised. He is their best player by far. And on the other side for Turkey, Nitro is in that similar boat where these two players kind of have to be in the lobby regardless of what score they get. Oh my god, look at the scoreline, Jesus.
Yeah, so, hey, imagine if it is like that. That would be kind of crazy if it's 20k off. But as we're going to be seeing for this long map, 3 minutes and 10 seconds long, who will be staying alive first? Well, who you know who's going to be breaking first, and that's Lulu on the 89%.
You know, this map being consistency based, I want to say that it favors Turkey, just because Turkey seems to be a very consistency based team. But like, it's a low AR. Low AR consistency is a whole different beast, and as we're seeing, Bean finding a break as well on the side of Turkey. And now India with that quadruple FC, they're just gonna kinda slowly get that score up. It's not gonna be a huge slaughterfest, it's not gonna be a quick, painless death, it's just a very slow drag as Nitro finds a break on the side of Turkey, just Yagi with 87%, and India's just very slowly taking the score to their side.
Really, the one thing to know about these schools so far, even though it has been 2 pools, you always need to focus on overlaps, because this has been a slight pattern with everyone and Breaking not able to get any FCs. It's just because of the maps having overlaps, which not many people really are attuned to or really focus on, because everything else is always like having some space apart, not really on overlaps just like that. No one did break on that, but Voodoo did break right after though.
Yeah, I mean, this song, I mean, we're here to just to enjoy the show, I guess, with this one, unfortunately. Not much Turkey can do to fight back, at least for now. As long as that quadruple FC on the side of India stays intact, there is really nothing they can do. They are trying their hardest, but even through the FC of Yagi, it's just not. There's not much he can do. And I assume that right after this, we will be seeing Nomad 1. Trade to protect triple miss on the side of Turkey, kind of seals the deal, and now it's just Yagi against India, against the world.
Maybe they might be able to do it, even though they have actually, like, just like last time. They just seem like they are consistent, but yeah, like you said, Foxy, we are just gonna be enjoying this show. And honestly, oh, damn, oh, wow, that's interesting. 2 weeks.
2 breaks on the side of India, still 850k in advantage of them. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Well, Noxilium and Turf, they are going to be trying so well, and Turf doing a good defense, and Nurture said fall. Good
What
response.
else can you really do if you're Turkey? Let's be
Oh
so
my-
for real.
Oh my god. No, honestly though, Nurture somehow did a coordinated response for Chirp with that. Because that would
And there
boom.
goes Maxillium. That's another FC from India gone. That honestly, 1-to-1 FCs. I want to say doable, but
Well, oh
no.
my god, you had to say something.
Oh my bad, Yaki. I mean, it doesn't matter. The map's
Yeah.
over. The map's been over since like the first minute passed. Let's be so
Yeah.
on.
Oh, you know, honestly, yeah. But hey, if this was a 1v1 though, Nurture versus Yagi, that would have been pretty close there. But if it's a 1v1 between countries though, Yagi
Yeah, not
versus
even.
Noxilium, that was kind of close though.
Yeah, very close, but unfortunately, just that is such is life of a low-seeded team without a hidden 2-player. I feel their pain as someone from the Czech Republic.
Oh no, okay, so from someone who didn't fall. Yeah, makes sense. As
From someone who's played 6WC on a team without a team, I feel them.
Yeah, and as you already can see in the lobby chat, they insta pick hint nobody one. But also again, we had the Shadow Chirp with the only S rank in the lobby, and also as well too. I think we never saw a 4-way FC on Hidden 2 anyways, so
Nope. I mean, people just aren't consistent on the low AR. What can you do, I guess?
yeah. And honestly, it's at the same time too, because the number one as way got picked. I guess the protector are gone, and we don't need to change scenes. we can just stay here.
Yep. But they just instantly picked it, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say for this Nomad one, there is a fun fact about this.
What?
It's been played, I think, twice. Right?
This
Once
is
or
the
twice?
This is the second time now, technically, unless
yeah,
the
it's been
one's
played
off
once
stream.
before. There was one in the Taiwan-Lithuania match.
Off stream.
Uh,
I guess like.
Oh, off stream, maybe. I'm
Maybe,
not sure about
yeah,
off stream.
maybe.
But in the Lithuania Taiwan match, I think they played this. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Yeah, they played this, and Murarachi in Murarachi fashion assessed it.
Oh yeah, makes sense. So, wait, Milwaukee is Lithuania, right?
No, he's on Taiwan.
Oh.
They still lost, by the way.
They still lost.
They lost because Magician and Yu just broke early, which is unfortunate. But what can you do?
Oh, well,
But yeah, I'm interested to see if we see it again, because Nomad 1 is like, this map is really simple. There is not much to get 100s for on outside of the fact that it's 4 minutes. That's the only thing that's really hard to act about this map.
like, again, if it was a higher seeded team, there might be a higher chances for SSs, but for this, I think we might be just be seeing the possible one, like 300 max again, like we saw on the Nomad 2. We might be seeing
fair.
that. And also,
100 run, imagine.
imagine, yeah. But the one thing as well too, I think this is again copyrighted. So, hi YouTube viewers, other than Russia and Belarus, if I remember correctly, who doesn't get the VOD.
Yep. Unfortunately, don't believe they do because YouTube copyright laws, but oh well, it is what it is. We are gonna get into the Nomad 1 now. Finding an early break, it's not going to matter. This map's 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
That early break, that is like 100 combo out of like, I think 1600
Yep.
altogether, so.
Yeah, that is correct. As you're going to be going in with the accuracies though, that's what we really just need to look at. And that's going to be 97% coming in from India, and 97, 98, and 99 from Turkey. The only outlier is actually going to be this time Let's Be Cool, putting up at 99% for inside India.
I mean, accuracies will now start to slowly go up and up as the map is just simple aim. There is gonna be a build up here into a Ki very soon. Not this one. Nitro finds a break on this little harder section on the spike, which is gonna give India a pretty big lead, even though it is still only 300 combat of 1400. It is still a pretty massive, considering that India is just holding on to a quadruple FC. They're gonna get a bit of score here. but they're still fighting against the double FC of Mert and Yagi with being on that support, on that recovery.
The one thing to know though for Nurture, they actually did big again on an overlap. That just seems like the energy for everyone who doesn't really feel comfortable on these kind of maps. And literally, as we're going to be seeing right now, with the accuracies for Turkey, like you said, they're always going up and up. 99% from Mert. Yagi holding on to 98% for the first time actually, and Bean holding on to 98 as well too. Noxilium did break though on a slider, but everyone else holding on to 99% now on the side of India.
I mean, that break from Noxilium might actually be a lot more detrimental than we're giving it credit for. The accuracy is just so firmly on the side of India at the moment, but the combo is just coming up for Turkey that I think, just based on that, they will start to bring this back. We are seeing it go down from 70k to around 55-ish k. So a lot of time to still come back. There is 2 more minutes of this song. So we'll see as we get into yet another slower section where players will be able to build up their accuracies and their combos.
Good thing no one's broke on the slider, because if someone did, that would have been really painful.
Unfortunate and very funny for us.
Yeah.
Not so funny for them.
Yeah, but as we're going to be going in now to the second half of the map, this is going to be the main part where you do not want to break on it, because if you do break and no one else does have a reset, you're going to be out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean, there's just such high combos going around. Bounce, Sheriff, and Let's Be Cool, Ahmet, Bayagi, and Mert on the side of Turkey with their high combos. Nitro and Noxilium slowly coming back up, but Nitro is going to have the higher combo. Ahmet finding a break on this spike, and that's going to give India a pretty big combo lead, but there is one more KI here. The score difference is not that large. There's still a chance for Turkey to come back.
There is, but how much time do they have on it? It's going to be basically 1 quarter left. But if we do see a break from Let's Be Cool or from Bounce even, that's going to be really helpful for Ahmed to trade a what?
And we see 3 breaks actually. It's now just Bounce with the combo. While Mert and Yagi, that double FC, we've seen them do it before, we're seeing them do it again. Nirtur coming in as well with that support. And Turkey brings it back from the depths of hell. And it starts to take the point back.
Oh my god. What a curse, honestly, for this side of India, but they're just all 3 of them missing on the same note, because I think they under-aimed that altogether. But for Yagi and Mert, Yagi being, for so far for the 2 maps they were in, not having the best accuracy, surprisingly having one of the best accuracies in the lobby, holding on to 99%, Mert holding on to 99.43, and Bounce holding on to 99.2 to end off the match.
You know, now it's just a question of, will we see that triple FC finish the map? We know Turkey's won. They've gotten their 3rd point. Turkey is on a demonic run during this match. It's just, will Mert and Yagi hit this last div spike? There is one more pretty hard jump section, and they do hit it.
Oh boy. So that's gonna be a 3-way FC. 2 of them from Turkey.
Don't call it too early.
Well,
it is now a 3-way FC.
Yeah, they could have done Luxilium and just break at the end, true. But still, Mert holding on to a 701. While for Bounce is going to be 1000. Well,
you called it like 5 100s, yeah.
Well, okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not 500. It's
okay, it's 7. Yeah, my bad. It's 2 more.
Yeah, it's 2 more. Hey, at least it's not 6 and 7 together. That's the good thing.
Please no. Oh god. It is. It is. It literally is.
It's reversed. It's reversed. You should not have said anything.
You should no. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. You know what? I'm gonna put emoji only in the Twitch chat. No.
Anyways, congrats to Mert actually getting, I think, number 3 now on the leaderboard for that. But Bounce actually did.
Yeah, probably like number 3.
Yeah, but they really tried their hard to get that though. Like Bounce really, like on that last end, like they could have booked at any time, but they didn't. They really held on as the last resort to just try their best to hold on through, being the more consistent on aim, and then showing it off. So maybe, if they want to, VMod 1. That might be an option for them, if anything.
VMod 1 is very much raw speed. That's basically Hard Rock 1, but like more tapping. I'm not... It could go in Turkey. Actually, now that you say it, Fremont 1 sounds like a really good pick for Turkey.
Like, it could be, but we'll see after this DT3.
Interesting. You
Oh.
ban both DTs and then pick the third one. What's the plan here? I don't think I understand.
Okay.
I think I got left out.
Okay, hidden one and no mod 4. Let's think about that.
This is finger control. This is not. It's a little similar, but not by much.
Like,
I guess they're relying on the control of the maps to be too hard for Turkey. I think that's the strat here, but I don't.
like, they're calling a timeout?
Turkey
What is
is,
that,
yeah.
Turkey? Okay, I think what's happening, they're playing the map. That's why they call it timeout.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it is going to be one of the shorter maps in the pool. It's going to be like only TV size, like 1 minute 40 seconds.
Yeah, give or take 1 minute 40-ish, I think. Yeah, it's 2 minutes exactly, basically. Okay.
So it does make sense. Just playing the map.
I
Yep, timeout.
guess, I guess what the thought process is, like, it's control based, which seems to be something Turkey struggles on, and it's a short map, not consistency, which is another thing that Turkey struggles on. I think that's the thought process. And now, No Mod 3 just exists in the pool, which Turkey did really good on, to be fair, I guess, but
Like,
this is certainly a pick of all time. Mod 3 also just exists, so...
yeah. Like, honestly, they just might not want to do it because maybe it might be just because it's free mod. Every single time in the match that we had so far, they were always down a fourth player. A fourth player always choked. A fourth player was always one missing. A fourth player was the one to make a difference. And the hidden one, the No Mod 4, the No Mod, and the No Mod 2. So they don't want that RNG to happen in free mod because you're forced to have another mod. That might be the issue. They do not have a third player and a mod slot to play that. Or they're not
Hold
comfortable
on, is
with it.
India rolling for who plays the map?
Well, it might just be Pilot.
Are they rolling for who plays?
They're rolling for Pilot to see if Pilot plays the map or not. Again, remember, Staff doesn't play the tournament. Staff only staffs. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
The
But,
sooner Pilot is eliminated, the sooner I can snipe him for referee. I'm not complaining.
oh my god. It's so real, but honestly, again, if Pilot does stay in,
We'll see what they do.
oh
yeah,
my
Pilot
god.
isn't-
I haven't touched Cloud between just because Pilot was gone. Like, anyways, yeah, again, I get Pilot. They did really good on No Mod 2, and they were really good on another map right after that on No Mod 4, I think. So it does make sense why they stay in on the finger control. For ABC Gamer, they were in as a fourth player as well too on those maps. So I think they did practice a little bit to play it off. But for Side Turkey, they finally did practice the map, and now they're staying in, or they just took a breather because it is getting to a close game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious what Turkey's next pick might be. It's probably Free Mod 1. I know we just talked about mods, but like, with Free Mod 3, I can see why they're not going into it. Their next, like, they would have Nitro on Hidden, Merit on Hard Rock, and then they need a fill for the third mod, which I think is what they're scared of. And probably the No Mod just missing because of nerfs. Like, I can see it, but also Free Mod 1 is just basically mechanics tapping. It's basically Hard Rock 1, but more tapping, and they've won both. They've won No Mod 2, they've won Hard Rock 1, like... We'll see what they do. Now we just have to see the DT3. Again, another map I think is just favored towards Turkey, quite frankly, but maybe India has some secret weapon that we're not aware of on this map. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and so far too, if we're going off of a momentum as well too, technically, Turkey is on the momentum one right now, but it's just by one map because they did trade it off. They traded off twice now, and they only had just one advantage play each time. But going into this DT3, which also is Xenoblade by the way, we are going to be seeing who can survive the most out of it. Everyone having bad accuracies, other than one choke from bounce. And other than that, yeah, we'll see.
The one choke's probably not gonna matter. I mean, we've seen one match where everyone in the lobby have seen, and it was based on accuracy, which I think was like Peru, Kazakhstan, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
Not gonna be happening here probably, because Peru, Kazakhstan are very good DT teams, and these are not exactly known for being speed teams, but at the moment we're seeing as India, despite the early break from bounds, is in the lead thanks to just accuracy, but it is slowly dwindling as Turkey is coming back with that combo.
The one thing to know about this map as well too, we always saw at least a 6-way FC. We never saw an 8-way yet. So most likely
We have.
Okay, in 8-way.
We've seen an 8-way, yeah.
Was that in the Poland match? Or something?
No. Peru and Kazakhstan was streamed and they did 8-way FC.
Why do I feel like okay, I feel like I know about that match, but anyways, I forgot about it because it was too early in the morning. But as
My bad.
as we're gonna be going in still with that. Okay, we can call it an 8-way, but let's just consider it for balance. It's an 8-way FC because their accuracy
She's missed.
doesn't matter. Are you sure about the expansion?
I think they did. It
And
seems like they missed, and it seems like Turkey's now on the back foot as the rest of India is just holding on to those combos. Pilot finds a break. Is it enough? Is there enough time?
Yaki actually broke as well too just there, so that is actually gonna be enough for the side of India to actually get the point there. And because of that, oh no, this is gonna be a really scary scenario now for the side of Turkey if they are not going with 3-1. What else do they actually have?
No Masri. Absolutely no Masri. If you look at seeding wise, they did better on that than India. India's not known as an ult team. India did better on the quals Nomad 4, but it wasn't that far apart, and that map was a little ulty. I am expecting Nomad 3 or Free Mod 1. Those are my guesses. They could surprise me. They could go into the Free Mod 3, but I doubt it.
The Free Mod 3 is the most doubt. For me, the Free Mod 1 makes more sense because the aim. The Nomad 3, do India know that for Turkey? Because on Turkey's hands, they feel like they are the better. They know that they are the better all team if they look at stats. Not many people really look at stats afterwards. So if they're going purely off vibes right now, Nomad 3 is kind of out of the picture because like Chia said, I keep aim missing on the tapping maps. That's a bad thing right now for Nomad 3. But for 3-on-1,
True.
maybe that might be fine because, hey, there is a little bit of overlap they can tap on.
I think it's 50-50 between those two maps. Honestly, would not be surprised if we see a roll 2 in chat just to pick between them. Because I think both are good options for Turkey. I don't think either is absolutely awful or bad, right?
Yeah, but it's time for the wild card. All the females are still open. And there's... Okay, no, this is more crazy.
Wildcard Free Mod 2, trust.
This is the way more crazy thing. We played everything but VMods yet. If we only play everything other than VMods, this is just a regular 1v1 tournament. Oh my god.
They didn't play
oh my god, they have played no VMods. If we go to TP because of this, that would be super funny. Wow. Okay.
I'm not surprised by this too much. But yeah, it's funny that we don't see free mod. I guess neither team wants to play it. Granted, I think both teams have the same hidden and hard rock players to fill, so I don't think either of them wants to necessarily, but oh well.
This is purely just a mechanics lobby. That's really just what this is. Okay.
I mean, we've seen how many gimmick maps? We've seen one gimmick map. Otherwise, this has just been aim and tapping, and this is a control map, yeah. Along with Nomad 4 and Hit 1, but those are also just more tapping. We've not seen too much of the control skill, so then the little bit we have seen, Turkey got destroyed on it, but this is a very different map from those.
Again, it's still wildcard, and technically because DT1 and DT2 did get banned, and technically, both of them are somewhat control-like, that India was not comfortable on because they banned it, it kind of does make sense. HO2 was more slider end, but it's not as slidery, it's more quick sliders for this map, and Nomad 5, it's just low AR. It's card remix.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. Only time will tell who wins this map. Both teams are decently comfortable at all. Turkey just a little more based on qualifiers, but again, this is 0.5 lower SR. This map is very different from that one because it doesn't have as many cuts, it doesn't have as many weird patterns. We do see timeout coming in from India.
That's at the last second as well too, so if we want to look now, technically we do have stats and look. Okay. So, would this be under the technical category or dexterity category? Or Nomad 3?
I think this falls under dexterity is more so I think consistency, right? So I feel like this falls under like technical and aim under both of those. Theoretically speaking, Turkey is better, but not by much.
Yeah, not by much because their aim, again, it's kind of equal, but for the technical, actually, India has the advantage on that. So if you want to go like down into one-on-one side, the technical side, India has the lead there. But the aim does go to the side of Turkey by a smidge. But if you want to go a little bit of a, for the chess scenario, precision, India has more advantage on there because it is going to be more triplets and kick sliders. So that precision to hit the burst into the kick slider might be huge here.
Precision, I believe, more so means like low, like high CS.
Yeah,
probably not gonna apply much. Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully, but still, the 40 chess move. We'll see.
Honestly, this is the last map before tiebreaker. It is such a 50-50 regardless of what it is. I don't think there was a guaranteed pick. There's not a safe pick anymore.
There is not. But if you think about it as well too, technically, this does slide in pretty well into TB. Whoever wins this. It's technically, it is a little bit techy, but at the same time too, a little bit ulti, just like this No 3.
I guess I'll say. Not much else to say, just listening to the banger that is this song. Outlaw's my favorite, my beloved.
Was it the top diff used? Well, I don't know if it was this set, but I think it was another set that was used in Aim Control Heaven. Yeah. Aim Control Heaven.
Oh, that was another set, yeah. The top diff of this is like not hard enough for that turning.
Yeah. God. That was, honestly, that was a turning of all time.
Like, it was, yeah. I love seeing Enri get 250k on an 11 star with V2. That is so much fun.
It's more funny. It's more funny too that that's how Down existed. Like ever since from that tournament, I think literally it just exploded, and now Down is everywhere. Yeah. Like that's kind of crazy to think about.
Yep.
And also, when are we going to get that meme again? That I forgot what artist it is, but are we going to ever get that artist in the pool again? That would be really funny.
God, if I remember what artist you mean. I hope so, probably.
It will use for like every theme mod too. I don't know, but we might search it up later. Most likely not.
Oh, that artist, I know which one you mean. Well, who knows? I can't say it here because we're live on stream and you play, but who knows?
Yeah, no. We're obviously just saying jokes. We are not confirming or denying anything. So
yeah, Jorian has no clue what the map will look like.
Yeah,
he does not have access. He's playing minor league.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one fact as well too. I am a minor league player. So as we're going to be going into the match, avoiding what happened in chat, we are going to be going in very soon and seeing what happens with Turkey. Do they actually survive with the wild card, or will they fall with the No 3?
We'll just see, I guess. Hell, let's just get this over with, right? The Indian team wants to sleep. I'm sure the Turkish team does as well. Would ending it with No 3 make them sleep earlier? Yes. Does Turkey want to end it with the No 3? Absolutely not. They want to get to that tiebreaker and win the tiebreaker, get themselves the first win on the board, and get out of group stage.
But you know,
we do get into it. But oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. You know, in the end, though, everyone's going to get a beer. Someone's going to get a beer in the end after this, win or lose.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so, yeah. First off, Pilot just breaks, and Pilot is playing for the 5th map now?
3rd map. Yup, Pilot has played more than 1 map. I'm so proud. He played more than 2. The stopper in him is coming out into the plane. But yeah, Turkey combo advantage, but just so far behind on accuracy, especially thanks to Sheriff and Bounce just assessing. Never mind, my bad, Bounce.
Oh, well, there's still one more left on the SS train, but Bululu actually coming in for the a little bit of a break they had. Same with Amit coming in with the little break they had. Noxilium coming in as well too after their small 2-map break, if I remember correctly. So if they're going to be one with this and they're going to be having in for the TP right after, if they do survive this KI, because it is going to be wrapping up a little bit in that KI section. We'll see if they live.
We do get into it. There was a little bit of a longer ult burst. We do see everyone holding through. There is still that quadruple FC on the side of Turkey, but they're being just accuracy gapped like crazy by specifically Chef and Bugs. But there goes Pilot's combo. Now it's gonna go back over to Turkey with the combo advantage, and the score is gonna start shrinking.
And funny enough, though, the accuracy that they mentioned is actually not that much. Everyone is still holding on to above 92%. So that's the main thing. No one's at 80%, so it's not that big. If you see Bounce or Turf break at any point right now, that is going to be a big boost going to the side of Turkey. But we are going to be going to the next build of us all too now.
We are in this weird section, this little bit of a break, the solo. As Turkey just holds quadruple FC on the board, and India is just trying their best to fight this off, but it's not enough. Those breaks from Pilot, especially this one, are just so good for Turkey as they take the score lead, still behind on accuracy by so much, but that combo is bringing it home.
It's so unfortunate for Pilot because they actually panic tapped there. Like, for everyone else inside India, they're holding on pretty alive. Their actions are really scary, but you can't fight a full AFC. But we'll see in this last section because this is the make or break section.
Now it's all gonna come down to how they can get through this. Sheriff, Noxillion, Bounce all need to hold a single break from India. Is gonna seal the deal, bring us a tiebreaker. And if anyone on Turkey breaks, it's gonna do the exact opposite. End the match right here, right now.
Oh,
but it doesn't
no!
look like they will. Banjo decides to
No!
freeze. There goes Bean. That could have been Banjo. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll see 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Ranking. It was Banjo. I think it was Banjo.
10 seconds. It's been more than 10 seconds. That's a real break from Bean.
Is there enough time for India to
Noxillion!
bring it back?
Oh!
Not anymore as Noxillion breaks.
Yagi!
There goes Yagi though.
Oh no. This is going to the last bit. The last burst is going to cause everything. Because there's no spinner. It's literally just this. I think that's enough time. Okay, but yeah, that's it.
Violent breaks, and now Nitrur and Blue are going to be just enough. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see the tiebreaker.
The fucking wild card worked. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, there it is. Yeah. And hey, look, the TV actually works this time.
Oh, yippee!
Yeah, because the diff name didn't get changed again. So, hey. We do not talk about the first TV situation, but hey, this is the second time we get to see this bottom bar. And it's kind of cool to see that we are going to go to TV now, and we get to see the full battle of it. Last time we saw the TV, it was one-way dominance, so... Hey.
Yeah, last time we saw the TB, it was a triple FC, so like...
remember, let's sit down to it. This is the contenders bracket. So, whoever wins this bracket moves on to the losers bracket of the main round of 16 bracket. While for the top half, who's above Group D, goes on to the winners and losers side of the bracket. So, again, for whoever wins this, gets a point ahead to go into the losers bracket of round of 16.
Yeah, like, also, another thing to note is that this group specifically is really hard to get out of, because this match is important for these teams because you also have to play against Spain, and Spain is arguably on the same level as Turkey, if not better as well. So both of these teams, whichever team loses here, is actually put in a very uncomfortable position where you have to beat both South Africa and Spain to progress, or just get very lucky with the way that your point difference ends up. So we will see what they can do. For now, though, there's no time to focus on the future. It's only the present, and it's India against Turkey on the tiebreaker.
And as we're going to be seeing very soon, whoever does win this, battling against Spain or South Africa, again, that's going to be next week, I think, right? All the rest of the matches?
I believe one of the matches is actually... No, it's not. One of the matches is later today. Turkey against South Africa is actually in, give or take, 45 minutes.
Oh, that's the one at 20 UTC, isn't it?
Yes, that's the one at 20. And then the rest of the matches for this group are next week, yes.
So this is going to be pretty interesting to see the mentality. Well, wait, you said India is playing or Turkey?
Oh, no. Turkey and South Africa are playing against each other.
Okay.
Which, I should mention that it's going to be the first ever time that an African team is playing a match of any kind in 6WC. So
Yep.
that is a very monumental thing for the entire continent, quite frankly.
That's a W right there. But for the real thing, though,
Oh, yeah.
well, right now, Turkey needs to win this. I think
They
that's
do.
They need to win this, because if they don't win this going into the second match in 45 minutes, their mental might be shattered. Because we already saw what happened to Italy. They lost 2 already. They did not need to play the tournament because they're already 2 down, so they're already eliminated, so they FF the last one. We do not want to see that happen against
Actually,
Turkey.
no. There is a world in which teams can all lose. Like, you can lose 2 matches and still get through. I think.
Yeah,
because
that-
of point differences.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
there's a world, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, but Italy didn't want that. So Italy FF
Yeah,
the last
fair.
match. So that's unfortunate for them. But for Turkey, we do not want that to happen for Turkey. They need to win
I
this
want
for
to
the
see
mental
Turkey
game.
actually do good. I want to see this country. This is one of their first appearances in this tournament, and I want to see them good. I want to see what they can put up on the table, what they can do. And this is probably their best chance to show that right now as we get into the tiebreaker mapped by the Fart Lord himself. A mapper that scares every commentator in the world if they play a tournament.
But the main thing is, though, we finally get a final diff name called Go Again. That's the solidified diff name that would not change at all. Ever.
Try again and go again, hell yeah.
Yeah, if it's first then try, and then now go again. Yeah. But anyways, we're going to be seeing something interesting. Oh, right, Foxy?
This is a very mechanics heavy map, yeah.
Not that.
It's not super tech and ult heavy, it is mostly just aim and tapping. But either way, it is going to be, in a sense, it's going to be similar to a mix of No Mod 1 and No Mod 2. We do see hidden on Let's Be Cool, Noxilium and Bean actually. 3 hiddens on the board.
Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. 3 hiddens, 2 of them on India, 1 on Turkey. That hidden buff is going to be helping India so much because that is going to be like a 1.2 multiplier or something.
1.6, 1.06. It's not much, but any amount of score is helpful in a match that's as close as this one's been. We do see a break on Let's Be Cool that is going to cut his score by quite a bit, but it is still in India's favor thanks to accuracy. A thing that we've been seeing throughout this entire match is just India just is much better when it comes to accuracy. We are seeing Bean finding a break on the side of Turkey, which is gonna set them back by quite a bit. Just that accuracy on India is just... It's helping them so much, even despite being at a combo disadvantage.
Yeah, but the main issue though, because of Bean's fake right there, because Let's Be Cool, again, they're on hidden as well too, so technically for India, they have a 1.12 multiplier with Noxilium and Let's Be Cool together. For Turkey having only 1 hidden with Bean having a 1.08 multiplier, them breaking is really, really bad. For Let's Be Cool breaking earlier, that was fine, because that just equals out the scoreboard for Turkey, but with Noxilium holding on alive with 99.2 and Chirp holding on with no SS and Nurture and with Lulu actually breaking with Bean right there, I think that's it.
I mean, let's not call it super early. It is very it's very sad for Turkey, but there is a lot of map left. There is going to be a PI coming up soon. Triple FC on the side of India is very scary, yes, but there is still Yagi. There's still a chance. There's still that light that helps them go. If Bancho lets us see that light.
Banjo? Okay.
Bancho does not want us to see the light. Understandable.
Okay, let's see the panic. Let's see what happens. Nurt? Nit? Hello?
We're back. We're so back. Oh my god. What? Is that a disconnect or is that a Bancho issue? That is a Bancho issue from what I can see.
That does look like a Banjo. Okay, yeah, that is a Banjo.
There he
Thank
is,
God.
yes.
Okay, good. Because, yeah, that would have been really scary, but Nurture did break at the end of that, right? Too?
Nurture broke like a lot earlier, yeah.
Yeah. They were part of the stream break. So we're gonna be like waiting for Nurture to catch up to everyone. And
it's not gonna take too long. He's very close, thankfully.
yeah, thank God for that. Again, the good thing is Nurture didn't break on here. That's the main good thing. But for everyone else though, we saw only Yagi holding on to the FC. And Yagi does join us, but the FC still going on. Let's Be Cool, Bounce, Noxilium, and Chirp still holding on to FC as well too. Let's Be Cool being the only one as...
There is a stream here. We don't see any breaks on it, but
no.
being an Yagi break, and while Noxilium trays it, Bounce, Chirp, and Let's Be Cool holding on to those high combos, 2 of them holding on to those FCs. There's just not much Turkey can fire back with as Bounce and Chirp just run away with the score.
That is so unfortunate for the end of Turkey. But for India though, that is a breath of fresh air for them. Bounce and Chirp finally holding up with the double FC going into this main KI section and just being way more confident as they were as before. Before in the number 1 at least, because they didn't all miss together, but Chirp being the main player with 99.3 right now accuracy, kinda great to score.
Chirp is just having the time of his life, honestly. 99.3, going strong, no nerves. And I mean, the entire Indian team is just so secure right now. There's very little time for Turkey to do much of anything, honestly. And while Chirp does break, unfortunately, because the Chirp cannot hold combo on a map that's more than 3 minutes, it is still just, India is just 770k. There's nothing Turkey can do.
Bounce FC the number 1, and they FC'd other maps too, but the true map that truly shows off Bounce's skill in the OSR is the CB, and as we're going to be seeing them off with possibly a 99%, well, close to it at least. This just is a solid score overall for side India. The map is already Turkey. 2 players actually left, so it doesn't really matter much.
That is a Bancho thing. That's a Bancho thing. The map ended already. The map ended already.
Yeah, no.
They got stuck like early on, so yeah.
Yeah, no. Everyone just left the lobby. They always said GG's and all that, so they left the lobbies.
Yeah.
But still, most likely they actually didn't really change as much. That was going to be Chirp on top left holding out in the end with 99.2, Bounce on the bottom right being 98.91, and the 2 hiddens actually, Let's Be Cool and Noxilium 97.8 and 97.2. Actually kind of really crazy score.
But yeah, crazy scores from everyone. Very proud of Turkey making it this far. 5-4 against such an experienced team like India, while you're the newcomer is still very impressive even if they lost the tiebreaker. But such is life. Turkey is a newer team to the 6-digit World Cup. They have those newbie nerves that India just does not have anymore as they've been here before. But with that, that's going to be it from us for now. Thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Congratulations to India for taking the win. And congratulations to Turkey, even if they lost. 4 points is still very nice to have in case there's ties. But that's everything from us for now. My name has been Foxy. I've been here with Jorian, and we will be seeing you next time.
Well, by next time, we're going to see it in like 35 minutes because Turkey is going to be playing again. So yeah, see you then.